current government, said they want to serve as a deterrent because you were opposition, now we have been able to for almost 8 months, they've not been able to charge this is the first. So that tells me, say, law is not just easy, say, so charge you be, and charge doesn't even mean say the person is guilty. Say they also can't, Now the charge is going to stand the test of cross-examination. And if it doesn't, if Sentimia and Jina, that's a bogus, no. So, and then this is the first time you're charging obese stealing this money. Normally, you many lawyer there, but now lawyers can say you want to charge, you want to give it a huge offense. Also charging, not charging a bit. Say the bear cry now.
Yeah.
And none of the causes are causing financial loss to the state. No, so because causing financial loss to the state, a book be any book be who said now Wontumi the other day is different because he wasn't acting on behalf of the state.
Okay.
Now he was doing his private business. So now even no crap as a layman, a many lawyer, Metehor say Obia what demonizing NDC for so many years, what demonizing president and then current president and then Nimia. What you say for 8 years, Chairman Wontumi me friend chairman, friend Wontumi, but an because he doesn't befit a chairman. Then Samaya no care can so what demonizing why would you operate on the wrong side of the law?
Alafo esenso ehia bi o mintenche bia no mampani mahama ka se enche bia no mba be launch a system bia and dey wo public sector ni mu na udiska e be make sure say be prosecute na mra no enwo edi na menemu e ka say Gifty Oware Chairman Wontumi eye ne galam se hu nsensem leading to the second arrest ehun komo e circulate online vim lady fiapokua ababe kasa de fa na utie enkomo the way si fa kwa na say in the public space no obi ba be ye adwuma no a public servant na obi wiaska. There are some ways and means bia answer e be hwe kredi wasem awie no na ebi o mo ekeka ko 8 years ebi o mo na ekeka ko 10 years na rofo in the case of Gifty Oware no na se wuti nsem attorney general de betu dwa omo mpe situation a ombechi obi na afidi ababe ye on the internet o mekọ kopie mu court na nipa no etumi age no ho na e basa na se e kamia kwakwa eti say disgrace to the Ghanaian na rofo without magile mepese be team come on over this side when it comes to Chairman Wontumi the mining license and nsem a Wontumi hu so no ni case no is going to be much tougher than a Gifty Oware any the NSS and komo ekoso ho say e go deep into the national service muna. I think say Nanabi honestly ejuma national service na adofo matters day enyi ni na metumi aka wa ha ye hwe interview we wa this side na adofo mami hu wa dwenkyerɛ e wo ye comment mu.
But my yen share first and foremost about charges. They are charging Gifty Oware. There are other NDC as we know. No, Chairman Wontumi so galamse asem so wakwa assigning a mining license which is against the license of the man no nti ono so court several people Professor Miokufi Sky train ono so Prof, what do you make of all this? Is it the usual said the journalists for because so the usual political prosecution which hunting
fear medasi I say there are two streams of cases going on here. Osha ameya konfi Gifty Oware omi ne form de ya omo de ne different from Chairman Wontumi de no in the sense say Gifty Oware any ye friend say ameya konfi no they were acting on behalf of Ghana. So they were acting on behalf of Ghana in the public service. Chairman Wontumi is a private citizen. So he was a private citizen. And normally, what from experience, charging a public servant, if you look at history so far, they are now causing financial loss to the state. So, and no, most learned lawyers have come to say a very, very questionable charge. Say if same case, so could that case Western a year, the person might not even face jail sentence. It won't stand but also legal what say abide or power sometimes judges no musru say because uko now say yes I politically charged case uko di na ko famra kwan so ahwe ne do akoto bolgatanga na say na lelugube internet no mu to a certain line and say a banner as well there is pressure on them from the current government said they want to serve as a deterrent because opposition now we have been able to for almost 8 months they've not been able to charge this is the first so that tells me say law is not just easy say so charge you be and charge doesn't even mean say the person is guilty. Say the OC can, Now the charge is going to stand the test of cross-examination. And if it doesn't, if Sentimia and Jina, that's a bogus no. So and then this is the first time you're charging obese stealing this money man. Normally you many lawyer there, but now lawyers can say you want to charge, you want to give it a huge. Your friend is also charging a bit. Said the bear crana.
Yeah.
And none of the causes are causing financial loss to the state. No. So because causing financial loss to the state, a book be any book be who said now Wontumi the other day is different because he wasn't acting on behalf of the state.
Okay.
Now he was doing his private business. So now, even no crap, as a layman, I'm a lawyer. Metehor said, Obia, what demonizing NDC for so many years, what demonizing president, and then a current president, and then Nimia. What you say for 8 years, Chairman Wontumi, me friend chairman, very Wontumi, but I didn't boys because he doesn't befit a chairman. Then Samaya no care can, so what demonizing why would you operate on the wrong side of the law? No, we said if
okay.
charge is to be taken to be the true picture of the So because we're guilty, but charge say charge if it is correct and I say it's going to stand the test of a year. At the Obia, we are politically exposed person, not just exposed person, but what demonizing current president. I'm sure the videos no be and in so now pretty swap just because say bemuntino ubeti the idea pay.
Okay.
No family kwanso. Obrekwa nipa na wo di na chie no. President Akufo-Addo no. He was an astute lawyer. So, and he wouldn't need lawyer to say a friend a lawyer, current lawyer, former MP of
Apia Kubi.
When you're omunina mama advice you in your friend say private business. Ama NDC for be when it power maybe chill.
Chama would be the prosecutable success rate higher 10. Give to Oware day.
It could be if the Omo can say charge, ebeti me stand there. The person be say two streams, where Chairman Wontumi a private person. Now we are political.
Okay.
They were doing this on behalf of the state. Now even Chairman Wontumi the near me one say make us say, we demonize the president, current president, for almost 8 years. I didn't attempt. I mean, it's on radio, it's on tape. I didn't mean attempt. And he said, what by also now the president we are no opposition leader not tema. Why would you be operating on the wrong side of the law, knowing very well, say, Adiano, it misses up. And I say, Sebi, the Naku for the free power, not some people win here, and yet Naku for the ordinate, you'll be for never. Say, Nipano Gram, Pewasema, Yena, him say, Edge may ache, obey, Chama to be the Equi, MPP for crash, CSC and prosecutor, MPP for. That's CSC and put the political game, the idea of Muninaye, not townful, Nina Shasi, Yana townful, party members are not emperor, they are not all Yen Suninano. I'm to the Fuentino. I am what they say, prosecutor. But many everyone to say, who name say, Adiano, it's me, Danny. And then power bit me, you been changed. Power bit me a few ones. Now, who ye operating on the wrong side of the law. And then one. And I don't think, say, President Akufo-Addo said, "You're not Osipe Chairman Wontumi asem no." Ebetina ho pa ma say, "Ade a wuyi ye chewa mo be kire enti guso ye na me hwe her hands a me nyi ni sa enti enu say no e ho na me gine ho say success rate no eno kwa na hwe na ya drop wa manaba a lesser offense bi so oversight bi but say NDC for so am say on pese chinchina chi omuma deterrent bi a say the be next time ofiri mu fia onye o me say bi una they'll find a way to prosecute him.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Plan, remember one of my former senior journalist. So what do you think about Ayine? Gifty Oware, the Oware chairman Wontumi there. Certainly, the other, you will go to election 2028 and then Mahama push for ban or says so as well. But let me ask you about it.
Thank you so much. I think that I generally agree with Prof with his initial comments. No, just to add, say a friend saying the charge of public causing financial loss to the state. No, I think that it's been there, but it was under President Kufuor. And I'm weaponizing. No, it was weaponized under President Kufuor because he came with a certain mindset. Say he came to get rid of corruption. And to know if you remember, Kufuor Bayeno, now a lot of the MPP people were afraid to go for contracts because now almost through they adopted a very cautionary approach. So hey, the way people are being jailed and that kind of thing, no, we all become friends and victims. It was weaponized under President Kufuor, and I think rightly so because for a long time, political actors, they've gotten away with a lot of things. So, and it was high time someone cracked the whip, and so cracking the whip, I mean, this also led to the setting up of the fast track high court. And people like Justice Afre, quickly all these people were put together to become supervising high court judges, and they made sure, say, people who were found culpable of that law were jailed. They were basically
what NBC is doing under Oware, it's not different. It's similar to what happened with the fast track high court, right?
Absolutely. So you can see, say, a certain information has gone out. Say, be careful, because according to the law. I think some of the NDC contractors are also hesitant in going for contracts and that kind of thing because the standard others are being held, they will also be held to those standards. And I mean, why do we have to have situations where people have this kind of boldness to perpetrate crime, especially financial crimes against the state? So it's not because they think, say, once you have a political godfather, that godfather will be there to support you. But remember, I'll go back to President Kufuor. His first press conference statement he made, it was a warning to his party members. He said it, and I think it was in graphic. Or say, we all stand, we will all be judged one day. One day we'll all be judged. Into no power na yedi amaye no. It's some kind of stewardship, and for every steward, you'll be held accountable.
Now, since I some way, Mr. Plan, President Kufuor who can be the inauguration speech, okay, say, oh, pesika, if you want to enrich yourself, and you're not going go into private practice. But look at the people who are being charged in his government. Gifty, why you son of President Kufuor and charge, they are charging on Ukraine causing financial loss. You're charging with stealing.
Stealing.
And okay, a criminal act, man. Stealing your appropriation, taking, moving. Just say, and one of the charges, explanation, a woman, no charge sheet ingredients, just say, or loan on behalf of national service. And or the loan who go on a private accounts. I don't know, say, or no beton near mama national service in Tino. Even before cry, the corner beton national service or this kind of go good account.
Exactly. Oh, we'll always circle back to the argument of political party funding. We'll always circle back to that argument, because if we don't find a way to fund political parties through legitimate means, Obia Bakoji contract, Obia man of political office, I don't know the marching orders they are giving, whether it's official or unofficial, whatever you're able to make, bring back to the party so that we can run the party. And I mean, you would have to hide your head in the sand not to accept. Say, this is how we fund our parties. People are giving. Oh, when a friend of mine gets a political appointment, honestly, I call the person and tell him, Masa, be careful. I don't go on Facebook to congratulate them. Because once you start congratulating them, you are giving them a certain impression that where you are going, there's money there, it's a privilege, it's that. So do all you can to amass wealth. Sort mercy. And a lot of people see these government positions as low-hanging fruits. Once I get there, I'll grab as much as I can. And obviously, Ghana has become a procurement economy. We are a procurement economy. And those of us in the investigative, journalism ecosystem, no, we see a lot of these things. But I mean, but it wouldn't stop people from doing, because they think they have godfathers who protect them.
And in this case, he said, Gifty, why they do think that Godfather be betting me a protecting from this, because this is Ghana money, 34 million Ghana cedis. That's a lot of money. Do you think Godfather been teasing?
I mean, it depends on the strategy, the Attorney General adopts. Media people have been saying it's a plea bargain, it's not a good thing, but I think it's good, because what is the point in, sending somebody to jail when you have the opportunity to recover a large, chunk of the money? So, I mean, at this point there, I don't know which, friends, a godfather will save her, because the charges are very grim, and I mean, the outlook doesn't look good. But I think, we should not, stampede. I mean, I'm making a general point about this oral thing. We should not stampede the Attorney General into rushing into taking people to court. Let's allow him to do his work and do it well. Investigations are pains. That's the reason why your friend painstaking investigations. You need to be very, very methodical, and very, 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 very clear in your mind. Say, idea way, let me come up with the evidence. And gathering evidence in a criminal case, we all know that the threshold is higher than a civil case. Let's just, make sure, you remember Attorney General Jumano the way he's supposed to do it. And if we don't stampede him into rushing and coming up with, jumping into hasty conclusions, I think that we will be able to prosecute effectively. But I think, if there's an opportunity to take back some big chunk of this loot now, we should take it.
Okay. Ghana, focusing more on pre-bargain. Now you see, 34 million, but obetimi agibia onje rather than say you didn't be to jail no.
Absolutely. We are a very poor country. Let me share something. Uba Abrochia say and we all know. Me mom and son buy back was university, but me no high school. I didn't have to call anybody to do me any favors because the system is set up that Akola under 18, you need to go to public school. So it's just a call or it's just a correspondence. And they set everything up. So it is because the money is here. New Jersey, first property taxes, property rates, is the highest, I think, in I think in America. It's one of the highest. I know that they fund the public education. So I'm more attractive, very good teachers and the rest. And they fund the public education. Into Sika na Africa, Ghana. If somebody is put in a position, a privileged position to serve, now he turns out becoming a thief. It's so bothersome and so worrying. If we have the opportunity to take some of the money and also maybe give the person a lesser sentence. For me, it might not be the popular position, but for me, I think that it will work.
Okay.
If you, Miss Chassie na me can be to say Gifty Oware di any COVID a public service. So why are you more public service organ? Me have worked in a public service before. Lay down procedures a wohono. It is not easy to take government money. It is not.
Easy maybe Musa.
It's your idea, and I'm gonna say, we say be easy, and easy. Okay, that is why Dr. Punini case. How many years did it take?
Over 8 years, yeah.
I'm by. I must have questioning na ya Gifty Oware say I'm here. A bit me take about 10 years. It's because there are laid down protocols, procedures in the public service. Now, before cross one city, appropriate, Now, steps are go through, no. Now, if you are going to say somebody has stolen 38 million cedis, right? And remember, there is an audit department in the National Service Secretariat. There is an accountant in the audit. There is a controller and accountant general for Ghana. There is Bank of Ghana who issues the check. There is also a Ministry of Finance who authorizes. Evidence from all these agencies. Okay? Case, you don't even know, say, after calling all these witnesses and calling all these evidences, if the case is going to even go on the state side. We don't know. We don't even know if it's going to go on Gifty Oware side. What is an internet case, because evidence, if you have evidence, you're shredding. You're shredding that, and you're fault. And you're maybe Gifty Oware fault. You're buying on, they have to produce. If you're not Gifty Oware, no copy. Maybe have buying any copy. If you're telling general any copy. But once she has a copy which is duly signed, and it can be tendered in as evidence. So in the case, let me drag it on, sir. Now we're here, Dr. Punike's here. I've forgotten how much money was involved. Now we're here, how long it traveled. Now when you calculation, if the state attorney, okay, is paid, and then one person, the whole attorney general,
yeah.
And if you check how much money we have paid all these people, how much overtime we have paid all these people, how much we have paid judges to sit on this case, how much air conditioning, electricity, it might be even more than Sikanana year per year. That is why I said, so when you have more public service there, and now to baby, but why you have more public service there? And on the steps are a woman. It's not easy. I'm saying
it will support them, Mr. Plant. Some of these cases now, you waste your time, no resources. So, Kabe, trust on it, because your law no plead you law, no dada. Young Sikano say, Wafa way, Fabra.
I'm not supporting it. I'm not supporting it, but I'm educating people.
Okay.
I want to educate people for people to make their own decisions. It's not for me to support, say, because on the other side, no, we don't know what evidences the Attorney General has. So, until we cannot say, pleading here. If the Attorney General can try this case in 2 years and I say 1 year and 1 month, based on the evidence. But based on what I know as pertains in the public service in Ghana, it is not that easy, say, ubetimiaka say, 1 city, akoha, untimi account for. It's not easy. Because of the late. Now, even within the setup, no problem. Director be sign, chief director will accountant will auditor be notify, we be say. Answer now 1 city crown go out no. Na di be 6 months. And it is not say obi anya ho adwuma. It is going through steps as pertains in the public service commission. What you say? And to say DSM, na say obi awie sika. We are going to call all these people, number one, internally. We are accountant general, we are auditor general. Mobile, did you follow the procedure? What procedure did you follow? Hey, I may see 2 steps. Why did you miss 2 steps? Papa, no retirement. We need to find yes, we be who and one a deputized man. Young Bank of Ghana, the Ben issue check, check. Why did you issue in this way? Who issued the check? Young Ministry of Finance. Why did you authorize the friend said? Why did you are calling people, you are calling processes, you are calling protocols, you are calling a whole lot of stuff because charge me a demo mameno is not an easy charge.
Okay.
And no judge is going to sit down and say, we this can no, because there is a chance when I a lawyer, there is a chance of appeal.
Prosecution also improve it, Yano.
Then I make it prosecution also design my way in also a government in now. You also know, say, Ubia was worth 38 million. Do you think, say, oh, yeah, Niamano, well, who lawyer? And there is also a legal department within the agency. So they get advice from the Attorney General's office.
Into where no point, we're very difficult to prosecute.
As just like any public service prosecution. It is anything I make us made my example, say Dr. Puni case. For almost 8 years old, I checked more than 8 years. A baby as here, and they, you know, I don't know, because some of the evidences were not there. Some of the people were dead. What you say? Anything I make us say, it is not easy. Wontumi, they were a private person. Wontumi did not take government's money. It is easier to prosecute if there is any chargeable issues there. But when it go through so many series of protocols. Now if you IGF, Obi Ajuma or Yefan Seviari, now say was Obi 38 million. What the process they go through, the Attorney General has to advise on it. The lawyers have to sit down, look at this, move follow protocol, say, because asema to say when him say people from Attorney General's office will be called to be cross-examined in this issue because they might have advised the money. Ministry of Finance. I'm not saying say but cases of public service, from my experience working in the public sector in Ghana, it is not easy to prosecute.
Okay.
Oh, and people should not be sitting down thinking, say, Obi bonnet or this guy 38 million. What you also there be because Obi anyhow better now say I buy sick at 38 million. Now chief of staff will not even allow you. The chief of staff wouldn't say chief of staff near where now. He knows all these things. When you're 1 city and then when you're 200 cities, 38 million Ghana cities. The chief of staff has to be aware. You're a pescate developer. Never wait.
Okay. Mr. Plan, you want mommy views on a or Chema Wontumi
Right.
In respect of mining license on the man, and he was given a mining license to one of the foreign Samra boy, Western Virgin.
Right.
Almost say or the license number 2 other people, no more, which is against because your license are not supposed to assign it And on one signing, and any funny year, the forest.
Wontumi issue there's a lot of smoking gun evidence to indicate say he was a mining kingpin, or he's still a mining kingpin. I think about late last year, me papa side Omufi Jomoro, right? And on here no frame me, no sending me documents be, and I say me check it, the bona fides of a certain company be. I won't mention the name, but until me check it, that company had been given a concession to mine somewhere in Jomoro, and the name of the beneficial owner was Wontumi. So that is based. It's another name, but it starts with A, but it's not Akunta.
I see.
Yes. That is modus operandi. Look, these young people want to make money in the shortest possible time. And they don't care. One was there, a good time I hear fighting for power. You see the fevered pitch, the kind of way a man for are interested in getting the power. Because they know what they want to use the power for. So, and if you want to go into academia, Prof colleague Bako, I've forgotten the name, but he said something very poignant. I say, if you want to discourage people going to public office for their personal reasons, withdraw all the privileges and the perks associated with public office. And there will be a mass resignation of people from entering politics. They know what they want. They know what they want. Can you believe, say, this same chief has called me back, say, I know I'm cancel Wontumi, and this government is packaging it for another person.
A party person.
Yes. So that is the incentive. Getting money is a major incentive for people going to politics. And if the media, you and I, are asleep on our watch, these people will sell this country to the highest bidder. And we are seeing the signs. They are actually there for their personal interest. So, and whatever, yeah.
That is a Wontumi abusing the position as chairman, or the different companies, no, they are mining a Juma way.
Absolutely. Who are you? Who are your Minerals Commission boss? Now Wontumi say, me pay idea we are. Will you say will you not give it to him? You will lose your job. You lose your job. I mean, there's something like crime and punishment. If you commit a crime, the punishment should follow, so that it serves as a deterrent to others. But as to whether the deterrence will be enough, especially Jesus Christ said that. A friend said we should watch covetousness, for a man's life does not consist in the abundance of what you possess. And so Jesus Christ is gone 2,000 years ago. People still are falling foul to this same morality issue. What is too much, and what time Benny bet me draw a line and say I've had enough. Let others also enjoy.